Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Nite Aqua AQ1 dive watch with tritium gas tubes. Everyone loves a dive watch with tritium gas tubes, as do I, as do we, and Nite is among those companies out there making cool sport watches that use tritium gas tubes. If you're not familiar with what tritium gas tubes are, then allow me to explain. There are small tubes in the hands, and for the hour markers there, it's made by a company called MB Microtech H3 in Switzerland. As far as I know, they're the only company that makes these. And these tubes contain a small, safe amount of radioactive material that glows naturally for about 25 years until it starts to die off, given the half-life. I think if it survived longer, it'd be terribly dangerous. And it glows at night without having the need to be charged by light. So you have them on the dial there, and then again here in the bezel where the lume pip is. And this is a neat watch. Actually, I was quite impressed by this thing. It's a 42 millimeter wide case. It's not too huge. It has this sort of gunmetal PVD finishing to it. I think there's a version without the gunmetal, and it has this white dial. And you just don't see that. You don't see a gunmetal colored case and this kind of like light dial with these gray hour markers and this orange hand. It's a unique look. It's an attractive look. I quite like it. Again, as a diver, it is water resistant to 300 meters. Rotating bezel there for all your diving needs and timing needs. I find it difficult to wear a watch without a rotating bezel on a regular basis because I use it for so much. You know, you use a rotating bezel to time increments of up to 60 minutes. So if like you're waiting for something and there's a parking meter or you're cooking, it's such a handy thing to have a rotating bezel. I even find them a little bit more convenient than using a chronograph in a lot of instances. Anyhow, so there's a lot of sort of angularity here, so you can tell on the bracelet here it's got these interesting kind of angles on the links, which is cool. The dial is very deeply set into the case, so you can see that there's this almost vertical, even though it's slightly diagonal, but almost vertical flange ring there that does have hour and minute indicators on there that sinks down into the dial. Legibility, like I said, is very, very good, and one of the good things about the fact that the dial is so deep is you can see the hands there, they really stack up high, so it's good that the dial is so deep. And one of the reasons the hands need to be stacked up so high is those tubes are big. You know, most hands you can make relatively flat, but in this instance you have 3 hands and each of them has a tube, and the hour and minute hand need to go over one another, so it's kind of like a necessity to make the dial so deep simply because the stack of the, with the hands, that stem, needs to be rather tall. This is a reasonably priced watch, so this isn't crazy expensive. So you have but it's nice that you have the features like that high water resistance and things like that. I believe yes, the crystal is sapphire with AR coating, which is good. So there's a lot of bang for your buck, and the details are nice. I mean, there's a little bit of sharpness here under the lugs, but it's not that big of a deal when you're wearing it. And there is a version of this watch, or 2 versions, with a strap. I think there's actually one with a white strap, which would be cool. If there isn't, there should be, because that gunmetal case and that white dial with like a white strap would look very, very neat. But I'm a bracelet guy, so I'm happy to have it on the bracelet. Overall, it's an attractive watch. It's a useful watch. If you want to use it for diving or just as a daily beater watch, I think it does a good job, and you can't complain about tritium. Tritium's alwaase a welcome thing. So again, this is the Nite Aqua. This version is the AQ1. Retails for $559.95, and you can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch soon. Thanks.